Hello YouTube, Bald Man Building an Airplane here. This is Canopy video number 2. Today's episode is some really annoying riveting geometry. We're going to start by finishing up pre-assembly on these brackets, and they've got flanges going in both directions on something. So if you're putting two things together, you could usually use like a longeron yoke or something like that on the squeezer. But then you've got to attach that piece to something that goes in an entirely different, so it's your flanges are on the x-axis, your piece, the whatchamacallit, the web is on the y-axis, and then this rib is on the z-axis. And getting the squeezer in there when you've got flanges all over the place is a major pain in the ass. And I did tweak one of the flanges when I did the riveting on it, and you saw me like sort of setting it on the table to get a strange geometry with the rivet gun. I was really worried about it because it tweaked the flange on one and it sort of pulled in one direction, and I was really, really concerned that it was going to end up making a weird twist in the canopy. I'm sure it did impart some little bit of twist in that specific part. Later on, we do get the opportunity to sort of resolve those before we actually assemble the frame fully. And I think we start doing some of that in the next video, is like centering it up before we do match drilling and all that. There's a lot of like making sure it's very, very straight, because they assume that the rest of your fuselage is built very, very straight. The cool thing is that when the time comes, you can build part of the canopy while while it's attached to the fuselage, which helps with making sure everything aligns in the end. But yeah, just look at this. You got flanges all over the place, and you got to find ways to get bucking bars in there. And this is stuff you don't want to just be like, yeah, I'll just put a pulled rivet in there. That'll work. I mean, maybe a Cherry Max. Okay, if you've got Cherry Max sitting around. Apparently, the Cherry Max factory, I don't know, got underwater or burned down or something in a recent hurricane, like 2 years ago, and now there's no supply of the damn things anywhere on the market. Great. Good luck to you A&Ps who need Cherry Max rivets. But yeah, I guess now that I think of it, that would be a good tip for putting these brackets on, is if you have trouble with the geometry of riveting, maybe try a Cherry Max rivet in place of a solid universal head rivet. In some of these. So yeah, it looks like we've actually riveted some of the structure together, which makes you think that this canopy project is going to go faster than it is, because when you're first working on it, you're like, oh cool, we're riveting already, this is going to be so fast. Well, given the fact that this video is hour 2 through 5 of the process, maybe it's more than that. One great thing about this is Vans gives you those things that I've got the blue on right there. Those are your alignment bars. So if you've got the two clecos in on both of them and you don't let it fall off the table like I nearly did there, and on either in the front and in the back, there's almost, I wouldn't say it's going to help you greatly to make sure that it's a good position to start with. So yeah, come back next time. We're going to sort of line this thing up and do some match drilling on the brackets that go into the skin on the sides. So we'll see you then. Thanks for stopping by.